Yo, welcome back to some more battles. We are in the Summer Cup again, and let's see if we can get some wins with the Shadow Snow paired with the Quagsire and the Oranguru in the back. So we got a Furret to deal with. This Furret is going to be pretty decent against our Oranguru, so we're just going to let this go. And we are just going to switch out. When they switch out, unfortunately they go into their Lickitung, and Lickitung is going to be able to throw the Power Whip to take out our Quagsire. We are going to fire the Snow back in. Energy Ball is shielded, so our opponent is just shielding and making all the right plays right now. We are just going to let this go. Ends up being the wrap, and we have to try to win this game with the Oranguru now. The Oranguru is going to be able to tank whatever move they throw because they revealed Wrap and Power Whip. So we just fire off a move here. There's the Wrap. It unfortunately debuff us, and the Furret is just going to have a field day throwing those super effective sucker punches, and down goes our team. So GG's to our opponent. In hindsight, maybe we could have gone into our Oranguru versus that Lickitung. So we're going to make a slight adjustment here and go into our Magcargo. We feel Magcargo can address more of the weaknesses. So we are going to have the first move get shielded. So we did shield the correct move. We are going to fire off this Rock Tomb now, and now they're debuffed. And we are going to be able to reach another Rock Tomb before they get to another move. So they decided to just sack the Gligar. Now we see the Cradily come back in. The Cradily is going to have to face our Oranguru. They go for the Rock Tomb, and it ends up being another fire type in the back. So their fire type is the Magcargo. This Magcargo is going to get a move. This Rock Tomb easily takes us out, and we're going to be able to go into our Quagsire running the Water Gun, almost getting the farm down, but they are able to reach one Rock Tomb debuff. But we can quickly reset that and go into our Magcargo, and we actually get them to use energy here so we can throw in good timing. We're going to fire off this Rock Tomb to grab a shield, and that's going to allow us to reach this next Rock Tomb pretty quickly. Now they are relatively low and they need to throw a move. They throw the Rock Tomb again. It doesn't quite KO because we already got them double T-Bup, and down goes their team. So GG's to our opponent, able to win that game with the Magcargo at the end, even though we started with it, and our backline did a great job of breaking down shields and just wrecking havoc. Terrible lead here. We are going to switch into the Oranguru immediately. Our opponent ends up having the Furret in the back, so great situation for our opponents. We fire off the Trailblaze, get the boost. However, our opponent also has a move here. Swift is going to get used, and luckily, we are going to be able to reach another move. This will get a shield or get the KO, and just like that, we have grabbed the shield advantage. Here comes one of the moves. We can basically just let it go and go for the farm down. And that's exactly what we do. We have to switch out immediately. They counter swap, and they have the Quagsire also in the back. However, our Quagsire is running the Water Gun. But unfortunately for them, they didn't realize that, and they go into their Talonflame, and Talonflame is not going to appreciate those Water Guns. Obviously, if we were running the Mud Shot fast move, they would have a little bit better chance, but not with the Water Gun. Okay, Shadow Flygon. This is pretty good for our opponent as they are able to do neutral damage across the board. This is going to be a Dragon Claw. We are able to survive it, but we take significant fast move damage already. We fire off the Rock Tomb, and Okay, they actually throw some energy, so we're just gonna let this go. It is a debuffed move, and now we're gonna have to fire off probably 2 brutal swings, even potentially grabbing a shield. So that's exactly what we like to do. We fire off this brutal swing, and we do get the shield, but our opponent gets the extra farm down. That's not great for us. We are going to go into the Magcargo for some energy. We decided to shield because we actually banked the Rock Tomb for later. And then we're going to switch into the Quagsire. But unfortunately, we get met with this Swampert. So we're going to have to try to wiggle out of the situation now. We fire off this Aquatail. This Aquatail does go through, and it allows us to get the farm down. That's really, really nice. And that's going to allow us to win the game because of the fast move pressure of Water Gun. So GG's to our opponent, able to kind of surprise him a little bit, I guess, with that Aquatail damage. Okay, fantastic lead here. They swap into the Ferret. Not the switching we actually want, because it is a huge problem for our backline. You are going to fire off the Rot Tomb here after shielding, and we're looking to just get rid of this thing just from Incinerates. This is going to be another Trailblaze, which is fine because now we have a ton of energy on the Magcargo. And then we're going to switch out immediately. They counter swap into their Abomasnow. We are going to fire off this Brutal Swing now. This Brutal Swing chips away at the health. Now we have to force them to throw some energy. Energy Ball is used. However, we do survive it. We get to another Brutal Swing. Will we get a shield? Nope, because they realize that that's just farm for our Magcargo. We at least get to a move here with our Oranguru, and we end up combo playing into the Magcargo. We fire off the Rock Tomb, grabbing that second shield. And now we just got to reach this overheat if we can. We decide to shield here just to get off of this next move. We end up going for a Rock Tomb. This Rock Tomb is going to debuff them so that they have to throw another move and they're not going to be able to farm us down. And now it comes a little bit tricky because even though they're double debuff, we are not going to appreciate these Grass Knots. Do we survive a Grass Knot? Yes, we do, because we are full health. And luckily, we get to another move. So GG's to our opponent, able to squeeze away with the win right there. Check out the team if you haven't already, and let us know if you enjoyed the video.